Good evening. It is now 5:30 p.m. and I'd like to get started by asking Radet to do a roll call.
Good afternoon. Aaron Rivera.
Present.
Richard Gonzalez.
Present.
Sandra Alanis.
Present.
Mark Moran is not here. Jerry Lozano.
Present.
Veronica Gonzalez.
Present.
Homer Hassel Jr.
Present.
We have quorum, sir.
All right, thank you guys. And thank you everybody that's in attendance today. I'd like to recognize our city council member, Jason De Leon, who is here with his beautiful daughter, and our city manager. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate y'all.
And our mayor.
Oh, and the mayor, I don't see where's the mayor? Oh, and our distinguished mayor. Sorry, I got to put on my glasses to be able to see out there, so I'm sorry for not being able to see. Thank you for being here. All right, seeing that we have quorum, I call the meeting to order. Let's ask that we do the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, moving on to item 2, certification of public notice. That was the meeting posted properly.
In accordance with the Open Meetings Act, our meeting was posted on May 26, 2026 at 5 p.m.
Okay, thank you for that. And moving on to item 3, disclosure of conflict of interest.
Good afternoon, members of the board. As a reminder, under Texas law, board members must disclose any conflicts of interest and abstain from related discussion or voting on that matter. Are there any conflicts to disclose at this time? No. Thank you all.
Moving on to item 4, Samantha, do we have any public comments? Sure we don't. Okay. Next item is 5, agenda items. Item A, consider and take action on approval of minutes for the special joint board meeting held on May 4th, 2026, and a special board meeting held on May 21st, 2026. The minutes are in the packet and should have been read. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Raise your right hand. All those opposed, motion passes. Next item is item B, presentation of year-to-date financial report ending on March 31st, 2026. Brad, can you go ahead and present the report?
Yes, sir. In your packet, you have a balance sheet on the first page of the financial report. It shows total assets of $44,361,163. Of that, $12,176,50 is cash and cash equivalents. We have liabilities of $372,444, current liabilities anyway, and we have a total fund balance of $43,988,719. Of that, unrestricted cash is $14,392,547. On the second sheet, we have our monthly budget activity report. This is for the first 6 months of the fiscal year through March 31st. So if you look at the percentages on the revenue side, you see 42% of the general sales and use tax collected. That's actually for the first 5 months. If you account for the additional monies that came in March that came in late from the report, you'll show that we're at 48%, so just slightly below our projected revenues for the year. As we go through the year, you're going to see that back to school and everything else that comes along with it in the fall is an uptick in our sales tax. So we're basically right on track with our projections. That is most of our revenues. Our total revenues for the year to date is $4.3 million. And then our expenditures, if you look at the percentage used on the expenditures, just going down the list, there's nothing that really stands out. Everything is at 50% or below, which means that we are within budget and actually below budget on most of the items. Going to the last page on the report, or the second to the last page on the report, we have our cash balances as of March 31st, 2026. It shows our unrestricted cash, also our non-interest-bearing cash, and then the restricted cash that we've talked about already. And then the final page shows our sales tax revenues based on the revenues that have been received. Again, as I had said, the $4.2 million that was in the monthly activity does not reflect the March payment. The March payment was $991,752. So that would have brought us back to about $5.2 million for the year, which is at 48% of our projected revenues. So we're looking very good, very solid but at about a 3% growth annually. And that's my report.
That's the report. Thank you for your report. Moving on to item C, presentation and contribution for UTRJV Athletics Department. I believe we have Eduardo Galvan here to do a presentation. And let me see. Let's go ahead. Thank you, Eddie.
Sure. Just pull it up here. All right. So thank you all, of course, for having us and for reconsidering again, supporting the program and for everything you guys do. I'll breeze through the first few slides here, just kind of recap and an update from this year. Something we, and I will mention, I'm filling in for Chase, our AD. He's in Houston for Southland Conference meetings, but obviously sends his regards and wishes he could be here. Obviously, something we love to brag on are student athletes. They another record year in the classroom at 3.35 GPA, and actually ended 8th this year in community service. Our facilities, we spent we invested nearly $200 million across the board to enhance all our facilities. So again, just an update on our facilities and a great year we had this past year. Again, some more academic information. We had 16 teams with over a 3.0 and 73 student athletes with a 4.0. Again, just our favorite thing to brag on our student athletes. What a great year for the Vaqueros. 5 conference championships going back to baseball in 2025, but both of our golf programs had historic seasons, made it to a regional. One of our golfers just ended his year today. Actually, he went played in the national tournament. Our indoor track and volleyball team also won the conference, so extremely proud of them. Baseball stadium, you guys, if you've been to the stadium, you know what an experience it's become. 4,000 or 5,000 each Friday, Saturday night. Our Sunday crowds are great too. So it's been just a great thing to do in the city. Field house, we recently renovated and expanded the field house, added a practice gym, added that atrium there. It just makes it a great facade and great welcome area. Our Vaqueros Golf Center in McAllen, obviously a big piece of our golf team having such success this year. Soccer and track and field on the east side of campus, huge part of our track team having success this year as well. Our natatorium, we've been able to host many teams, many of which stayed right here in the city of Edinburg. Our last on our facility projects is our tennis center, which we'll start construction on here pretty soon. The VPC, home to UTRGV football. We actually just last week had the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council come tour it. Awesome space for our team. Great facility. Our guys have everything they need. The football stadium, obviously if you guys have been a part of the game day experience there, it's been it was a great first year, and actually a little more nervous about this second year, living up to the high standard we set the first season. Moving on to some of the advertising, some of the sponsorship assets the EDC has. The scores table, great asset. This is a piece that's not only visible in venue, but also on the broadcast. So as you watch a game on TV, you're able to see that, and obviously everyone who comes into the venue. Again, some more shots there. This is a great one right here. Some super proud of to have the city involved in, and back-to-back winners of our Battle of the Cities Challenge is something we started doing a couple years back. Pretty proud to say that Edinburgh has retained the trophy a couple years in a row. This went to the team with the city with the highest attendance at our 956 night of baseball. Another record crowd, another record year in attendance. We had over 220, close to 230, 230,000 come through our gates this year across the board through all our sports. So the community's really come behind. A big piece of that is obviously Edinburgh. Some more of the assets here are our soccer complex. You see the scoreboard signage. Football, kind of going back to what I was saying, just a record year. Sold out all games, all home games, 11th best season attendance in FCS football, over 7,000 season tickets sold, all of our premium seats sold. And just my favorite part of all this, we were picked to finish dead last in the conference. and obviously ended up tied for third there with Lamar and probably a field goal shy of making the playoffs. Economic impact, we had the Business Playbook Conference a few weeks ago, and we're able to roll some of this data out. Just incredible to see the impact and festivities it's created for the city, and obviously moving forward the nearly 18 million in annual recurring impact. This is just a look back from a comparison between 2019 and where we're at now, and how the department's grown tremendously. Huge help from the city and the EDC, but going back, our budget was 13 million in 2019, and we've been able to grow that to 31 million. Our revenues across the line are right around 9 million, with ticket sales, corporate sponsorships, which big part of that is EDC and fundraising, and our attendance, like I referenced, 45,000 came through our gates in 2019, and we're on pace, or we finished running out the year at nearly 230,000. Also, you see our staff and our student athletes grown tremendously to about 550. This one's another just staggering numbers. Licensed merchandise, you'll see a lot more of these shirts around the city. Season ticket holder growth, we've gone from 400 to nearly, we put 10,000, but it's nearly 11,000. And our philanthropic support has grown tremendously as well. Football schedule for next year, as we look ahead, actually a few months from now, we'll kick off for the first time on August 29th at home, and we'll head up to UTSA. And a few more home games throughout the year. We'll actually have the 3 playoff teams from our conference come play us here at home, so it should be an exciting home schedule. Good picture there. Then as we get to the proposal part of it, there's a few changes from last year. Nothing major when it comes to the actual assets and signage. Obviously, it's soccer and track and field. We'll keep the scoreboard signage, the sideline banners. Baseball, we have the scoreboard signage as well, along with the concourse sign. Fieldhouse, we'll have the broadcast, the LED table. Like I mentioned, that one is also visible on the broadcast and in venue, and then the website ribbon banner as well. At football, right at the main entrance next to our schedule, you see the picture there. And then when it comes to the hospitality part of it, the tailgating spot in the corporate tailgate zone, 14 reserved seats for all home games, 4 reserved parking passes, part of the sponsorship. On the next slide, I included some information regarding the suite. So the suite will have, it'll keep the same 22 tickets and 4 VIP parking passes as last year. But in addition, what we've done to kind of enhance and improve the experience is add 10 suite standing room only tickets. So essentially 10 additional tickets and 1 additional parking pass. So that brings the total up to 9 parking passes and 32 tickets for the suite, with another 14 as part of the sponsorship reserved. This one got cut off a little bit. It seems like it's the same thing. And then as you kind of recap the full asset breakdown, again, the football, the main entrance wall frame sign, the LED ribbon board, the tailgating spot in the corporate tailgate zone, the 14 chairback seats, the 4 reserved parking passes, and the additional 10 suite standing room only tickets. Broadcast table for men's, women's basketball, and volleyball. Soccer track with the sideline banners and scoreboard signage. Baseball, the scoreboard sign, the concourse sign, and the 4 home plate club season tickets. And then obviously the ticket vouchers across all sports, the PA announcements, tabling information, and the website ribbon banner. So pretty good coverage across the year, starting in the fall with football, heading into basketball during the winter, and then the spring obviously with baseball. And like I mentioned, thanks to you guys, thanks to everyone in the community that supported UTRGV Athletics, our attendance has grown tremendously, and you guys saw the numbers there, just the impact it's had. So thank you again. Want to kind of open it up for questions, see if you guys had any questions for us.
Thank you, Eddie. And I'd like to also at this point remind the board that there's no action needed on this item. This is a presentation only. And I would like to open up for discussion on me, for my part, very grateful for UTRGV for what it's done for our city, also for what it's done to our region. It really has made a difference. Our city is stronger, more vibrant, more colorful, and thanks to UTRGV being a partner, okay, and moving Edinburg ahead, and for making it stronger, more
Sure.
recognizable.
Thank you all.
And Eddie, I just wanted to point out, one of the things I especially like is that the sponsorship that's being requested is for benefits that will be throughout the year.
Right.
So this isn't a one weekend thing, it isn't one season thing, it's the entire year, and it covers various sports. So that's a real plus for us to be able, you said it covers soccer, football, baseball, volleyball, and then just media advertising, is that right?
Sports, yeah.
Baseball, exactly.
Okay.
From the fall to the spring, at every one of our sports, there's coverage, and then online and on our broadcast as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for the presentation.
Sure. Thank you all.
Thank you. Moving on to item D, presentation and possible action of sponsorship for the 30th Annual National Night Out event by our great City of Edinburgh Police Department. We have Sergeant Gaitan and Officer Torres here on behalf of Edinburgh Police Department to do a presentation. Gentlemen, there we go.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you,
City
officer. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for what you do, for your
No,
service.
thank you guys and of course, we want to say thank you to all the previous years of the donations. Because of donations like the ones you guys do and other entities, we're able to provide such a great event for the community, and this is something we strive every year to try and do. And of course, we want to thank you all for having us, and we'd love to have you guys be a part of this great event.
Thank you, officer. And again,
Any
thank you for
questions?
keeping our city safe. We really do appreciate your work. Thank you, guys. Any questions? No? That being said, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Raise your right hand. All opposed? None. Motion passes. Congratulations, guys. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
The next item is item E, presentation and possible action of sponsorship for Texas Cookham High Stakes 2026 by our Edinburgh Chamber of Commerce. Ronnie Laralde, Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, is here to do a presentation. Thank you, Ronnie. We have board members as well, and our president.
Yes.
Jesse Trevino, thank you guys for being here.
Good evening. Ronnie Laralde, Executive Director of Edinburgh Chamber and the Edinburgh CVB. To my left, I have President of the Board, Mr. Nick Cantu, and to my right, we have Vice President of our Special Events, Jesse Trevino, and we also have Derek Schramm, who's also our newest board member who represents UTRGV with the Chamber. So thank you guys for having me here. Let me jump over here and pull this presentation up. All right. So, good evening. Thank you all for allowing us to be here. I also want to start off with thank you guys for your continued support, throughout the year. For many years, I'm proud to say that Texas Cookham, this is their 20th year, so we'll be celebrating their 20th year. Back when, we decided as a city, as a chamber and the EDC to bring something, a quality of life event to the city of Edinburgh. There was something missing on 4th of July weekend, and all three entities, came together and brought this amazing event that continues to give a quality of life event for not only Edinburgh, but the Rio Grande Valley. So, something that's very important, healthcare, education, and quality of life is just a huge draw for our citizens, the community, and of course, new economic growth in that. So with that said, this is our 20th year happening on Saturday, July the 4th. $12,500 purse is at the hand of a lot of cooks that come and bring family, and there's a lot of entertainment. I know I've seen a lot of you all participate in this event and just be there. As you can see, we have some of our kids Cookham events being helped by Edinburgh's finest PD and testing this pork chop steak right there to the right. As you know, the event is huge. It's a big event. We've gone through many locations, from Municipal Park to HEB Park to back to Municipal, back to HEB, And we finally found a home, you know, in 2021 at Ebony Hills Golf Course. And I know you guys are putting some investment in that area. And of course, we have our great friends from Zoho that are right next door. But this is just an amazing event that I call a mini ACL that happens right here on the greens of Edinburg. And it continues to be a very impactful event. You know, last year we saw over 12,000 participants come to Ebony, and if you guys haven't been, if you're in the audience or if you're listening online, it's just a great event. You have people walking, parking, walking, bringing their lawn chairs, and the best part about it is the free community event. So we have the capacity of 20,000 that we can hit, and we're looking at hitting 15,000 this year. Of course, you know, we do all the media channels, all the advertising, you know, but what's so special about this, you know, is just bringing families together. There's nothing that screams 4th of July, the city of Edinburg, on this particular day that just brings families together and creates memories. You know, we were the first steak and barbecue competition, so it's really put, you know, our city on the map, our region on the map, and you've seen all these amazing cooks that have come from an event like this, like Arnie Segovia from Edinburgh. He's Arnie Tex, and he's like world-renowned barbecue person, and you know, this is one of his claims to fame. You have Ernesto Cervantes, that's at Seguin with the Burnt Bean Company. He was actually a chef at UTPA back in the day, and that's how he started here with Edinburgh, and you know, Rio Valley Meat, you know, with Fred Robles. All these people are just putting Edinburgh on the map, our region on the map, and it's definitely a tourism draw, and it's just, you know, just wonderful day. And I like to say it's the best fireworks in the RGV if you guys seen it. So like I said, different media reach, that's very impactful. This event, you know, draws a lot of people, a lot of marketing, a lot of media, so much, you know, for the entire year. People look forward to it for the entire year, and it's one thing that just keeps on coming, and they expect more and more and more, and we continue to deliver as a partnership. What's new for 2026? Well, you know, proud to say that we're the only city in South Texas that is an official block party for America 250. So if you log on to America 250 right now, you enter locations and you enter Edinburgh, and you'll see Texas Cookem. As you can see the screen on the left, on the high left, it shows where you can learn more and come. We're bringing back the Night of Champions, you know, so we're gonna have boxing at this event. Obviously we have a car show, we have the cook-off, we have kids Cookem. We have a lot of food, a lot of games, a lot of activities. The 5K run that happens in the morning. It's just a full day of nonstop action right here in the city of Edinburgh. And from left to right, we have the Green Day tribute band that's going to be performing. We have the Jimmy G Experience by Mike and the Iconics. We have Mario Flores, who's doing a George Strait tribute as well. And then we have headlining Morgan Wallen tribute band, so they'll be out there. You know, we have a little bit of variety for everyone throughout the evening, and so we know for a fact it's going to be a great show, and people love these tribute bands that have been coming to our city. This is our board of directors, our executive team, our president-elect, and obviously, you know, the chamber's been steady in the city's history, right? 100 years we just celebrated, and our partnership has been, you know, magnificent, you know, second to none that I say across any cities. I would put it up to it, you know, including the support with the city of Edinburgh and their services. We all play an important role in making these type of events and other things happen throughout the year. As you can see, our team, we're a little small staff, but we continue to operate very much so like a man of 100, and that's thanks to a lot of businesses, a lot of volunteers like these gentlemen behind me. Yourself, you guys have always, you know, stepped up to the plate and volunteered. And the business support, you know, this is not definitely an event that's taken on just by us, the city, and the EDC. Pretty much over 50% of it is also supported by our business community. And so with that said, this is our official cover page. And then let me just play a video. So, well, let's see. That didn't happen. Well, maybe not. I'll send it to you guys.
Well, thank you.
But definitely, I'm here. I'm excited to have this event again. Definitely a major milestone for our country, but definitely our community. And we're proud to partner with you guys again.
I've been to the event several years, and I tell you that it's always a very successful event. And I want to thank your board and yourself for an amazing job that you guys do. I only have one complaint with this, is that I think that in the requirements for the barbecue teams, y'all ought to make it require diet tortillas or something, because the day after they got to pay it, right?
We can definitely find some
Just
tortillas,
joking, just joking. But any questions, board? And
I just wanted to point out that we are requesting a little bit more this year. We've continued to have this great partnership, for the past, many years, but we haven't seen this amount of increase of expenses in the past year or two. So there's a lot of expenses that are going up, especially for this 4th of July date. So if you have any questions in regards to that request, I'll be happy to.
I know last year's sponsorship was 20,000, is that what it was? And this year's ask is 30,000.
Correct.
10,000 more. Okay. All right, any questions? Can I get a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to amend the, this line item from 20,000 to 30,000 for the Chamber of Commerce. And I think it's easily justified with the, everything that's going on in America right now with inflation, price of goods going up through the roof. So I want to say, I want to make that amendment to 30,000 instead of 20,000.
All right, can I get a second? We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Raise your
Aye.
hand. All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Okay. On which one? No, it wasn't for action. No, that was just a presentation. Huh? Right, that was not an action item.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you, everybody who's in attendance today. We appreciate you guys being here. Next item is item number 6, the executive session. We have several projects in executive session. Can I have a motion to enter executive session?
So moved.
Is there a second? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? We are entering executive session at 5:58 p.m. Thank you.
just,
Okay, it is 7:45 PM, and we are entering into open session. Can I have a motion to enter into open session?
Second.
All right, I have a motion, a second. All in favor, signify by raising your right hand. All opposed, we are in open session. Go ahead.
you can do the action for executive review, like, and then we move on.
Right. So you want me to go over the items? Okay. All right, then, let me see. We need action on the following items. Items 6A1 and 6A4 to proceed as discussed in executive session.
So
All those
moved.
items.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by raising your right hand. All opposed? All right. Motion is approved. All right, now we're going to move on to Director's report and announcements.
Good evening. Just a couple of announcements that we have and some current activities that we have at the EDC. Our sales tax, as we discussed earlier, we've had a 5.31% sales tax increase year over year, March of last year to this year. So we're on track and we're doing great annually. Our unemployment rate, we are considered the second lowest in unemployment rate in the RGV at a 4.5%. I apologize, at a 4.9%. Last year, we were at a 4.5%, so we're around the same ballpark for this time. We did include an update on the Alliance for I-69. You can see that and review that in your packets for later review. Our facade and lot improvement program, we are moving forward with the recommended businesses that were approved by funding through the EDC Board and City Council. All applicants have been notified that they were awarded, and we are proceeding with meeting with them so they can begin the projects individually. Staff is assisting the approved businesses initiating their projects as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Transit parking lot update. Construction of the EDC parking lot has experienced a couple of days of delays due to the recent rainfall. Despite the weather, we are still on track to deliver the finished parking lot by the end of June 2026. Just for logistic purposes, we are temporarily using the EDC staff and visitor parking lot at 204 North 6th Avenue, which is located right across from the parking lot. So we've provided a graphic just so that everyone's aware of where the existing parking lot is currently taking place. Activities and events. We did host the advisory golf board meeting to update them on the Workforce Resource Center, provide them an update on all the milestones that we have as discussed with you guys as well. So we kind of shared a couple of the target dates and where we stand in each of those areas. We did have Mr. Garza attend the water security for the Rio Grande Valley. I'm not sure if he has any details on that, but he will be providing information on that, or ask them if you guys want to have a presentation, we can schedule that as well. We did host a Heroes in Service First Responders Job Fair last week. So we did have over 25 employers and some of the first responders and diverse range of industries, including law enforcement, emergency services, fire departments, and healthcare. They were all present, and we did have quite a few engagement, and hopefully we get some onboarding for some of our local residents. Next, we are going to have the Bank on It internship program. This is the second year that we host the event. The program will run from June 8th through the August of 14th. There are 7 undergraduate business students that are participating in this year's cohort. This, of course, is in partnership with the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. They are getting paid at $20 per hour, and they are completing a total of 200 hours with 20-hour work weeks. We will have an official MOU signing ceremony with all the participating financial institutions and UTRGV on Friday, June 5th. So we encourage you guys to, hopefully you can make it out there and join us for that official MOU signing. We are on track with our Kaufman Fast Track program. We did start on May 13th. This program will be over on June 23rd. And of course, it's a 7-week program that will have and teach some of our local entrepreneurs the ins and outs of how to start a business, run a business, and it touches from the basics of the business plan all the way to the marketing and additional success-related topics for them to run a business and hopefully open up a physical location, brick and mortar, here in the city of Edinburg. Classes are being held weekly on Thursdays between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. We will have a graduation ceremony as soon as the program is complete, and we'll keep you posted on those details. We will be attending RGV to DC Days in Washington, D.C., June 10th to the 12th. The EDC, as part of a sponsored partnered with the RGV partnership, will be sending 5 representatives, and we will be out there meeting with some of our federal leaders and representatives to discuss the ongoing initiatives that are happening at the federal level, and of course voice our opinion on what we feel would be beneficial for the city of Edinburg and the region as well.
So Karina, I think I'm attending as well. Is there a space there? Because
yes, to my understanding, somebody from your team reached out and she said that you were going on behalf of UTRGV, but if
no,
that was not the
actually,
case.
it was the other way around. I was going on behalf of EDC.
Okay.
I think, if there's space.
Yes, we can make arrangements.
Because I just filled another spot, the last spot at UTRGV with someone, because I thought I'm going with EDC. But
Okay.
if I need to change that, just let me know.
We can make arrangements.
Okay.
Yeah. And additionally, the mid-year conference for Texas Economic Development Council is taking place June 17th and 19th. We are planning to attend the mid-year conference as well. Obviously, just more to get a little bit of professional development and engage with other economic developers around the state of Texas. As of now, EDC staff attending will be myself and Ms. Leticia from our team. I think this is last but not least, we are hosting the Tools and Talent Job Fair. This is going to take place on July 23rd. We are currently in the planning stages, and the goal with this job fair is, of course, to highlight career opportunities that are in high demand in Edinburg and, of course, throughout the region. So we're just trying to make that accessibility to connect those individuals that are seeking jobs with the employers that are looking to fill those occupations. We'll be pushing this out on our social media, and if an employer is out there within the field that's looking to register, we can gladly get them on board. And that's it.
All right, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I miss it, or did we have any kind of a ribbon cutting for your new building? Or is that going to happen?
Yes, we are hoping to get that hopefully around as soon as we finish the parking lot.
Okay.
So we're trying to align those dates to make sure that we accommodate all our guests.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, we want to highlight where you're at.
We want to be there, right?
Yeah.
So we want to be invited.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course, you're
No,
going
I
to be
just
the
thought
guest of
maybe it
honor.
happened when I was out of town and didn't know about it, but.
No, it hasn't taken place just because we want to make sure we're aligning with the parking logistics.
It's been a long day, so excuse the smart remarks or anything, but I'm just joking with you. Thank you guys
It's
for
okay.
everything you do. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, being that there is no further business, can I get a motion to adjourn? Motion and second. We are adjourned at 7:53 PM.